guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! We're going to talk about something today that I think is very important, and I'm going to start doing this a little more because if you look on YouTube, everybody always talks about the good, okay? And the reality of it is not everything's good, and I know that the good always gets the views, the new always gets the views, and a lot of YouTubers love to do that, and they just love to beat it up, and that's what, they draw in their audience with. But me, personally, I'm more about trying to help people, and I think that, there's just some things that, we need to discuss, and that's the not-so-cool tools. And we're going to look here on the website, on the Snap-on website. In fact, we're going to probably start with this guy here real quick, the Tech Extra Flyer. Yes, I'm sure I want to leave the fight. Definitely want to skip it. But we're going to talk about some not-so-cool tools that I don't think that are really all that great to buy from Snap-on. We'll just look through here. I think buying these big sets is definitely a shop tool item, so people get caught up in the price on stuff like this, but the reality of it is this is not for, stuff like this is not for your average tech. It's for shop owners or somebody who's a little bit more advanced and whatnot like that. There's a lot of tools that you can look at in these deals that are just, you start looking at price and you kind of gotta have a mindset for it. And I know a lot of people on YouTube maybe not understand that, but like vacuum cleaner over here, $468 for a wet dry vac. Probably a great vacuum cleaner, but you have to decide if you can afford that or not. And that's what I swear I hear a lot of people talk about. Magnetic paint clamp tool, that looks exactly like the AST version, Osamacher one for $48. But wire crimpers. There's a lot of people who rebrand and make these now, but Snap-on does. These high leverage diagonal cutters and these $48.85, $59. Some people might look at that, but they're USA made and they're nice. I'm not going to get into the welders. Welding helmets are quite pricey, and a lot of good options like Miller are out there and other brands. I forget the other brand. 3M makes a really nice one too. We were just discussing this the other night. Some of their 18-volt tools I definitely find to be very... I think this is like a Metabo for $776. Stuff like that is definitely a little bit hard. And you don't see stuff like that on my channel. Air tools are also... There's such a market for good air tools anymore. It's really hard to justify spending $342, and you don't see me jumping on by that. Are they nice? 1 horsepower? Yes, they are great air tools, but they are pricier. And then, we're going to get into something else here, but all this stuff, we're going to go into another tool that I don't really necessarily feel like is a good value. Is $319.50 for the video inspection scope here for this little one. They do have this new one now, and it's nice. That's not the new one. That's the older model for $1,000. The new one's $1,800. It has a nice screen, and they do put some tech in behind that. So, yeah. Digital smoke machine. This is another one that I definitely probably won't ever go to Snap-on. $1665. It is a nice machine, and I think Master Cool has a hand in making this, but it's kind of a shop tool item too. And we're going to get into some other tools here, just a second, but I wanted to peruse through this and talk about this. Their lights, some of their lights are really great, 3,500 lumens for $195, but that's a tough market to be in right now. And there's a lot of good lights out there that are half that cost that are making that money. The other day I showed the Snap-on, or the Harbor Freight, and they're comparing it to this light right here. And you can clearly see it has different hooks. The bar is different. Slides and swivels, detaches, and this is $288. They said it was $350 on the Harbor Freight website, so they clearly didn't do their research on that, but it's not the same tool. And so comparing apples to apples, you have to kind of look at that stuff. Now, I understand if you're looking at price, yes, immediately you're going to automatically think, oh, well, that's cheaper, so it's better, and it looks the same. And you guys got to really have to use your judgment on this stuff. And I just can't stress that enough for a lot of people. You know, you have to have good judgment about buying tools, and if you're not been on a tool truck, you're not going to find those things. You know, these magnets right here, in fact, these are super strong magnets, and magnets are expensive. $66. They were $74, but those are actually worth the money. If you look around, there's not much that has that. Another thing is too, these trays. This is a 3-row pack. This is a 3-row tray pack for $121, but they're lifetime guaranteed. Versus some people say the Hansons are. I have not confirmed that. I sent a message to Hanson, and they did not confirm that they were warrantying out their racks. The reason why I buy these Snap-on ones is because I can warranty them out. So therefore, if I have to break one, they're like $25 a piece. And you know, long story short, yeah. So let's look at the website here quick. But let me shut that down. All right, let's look at the website, and we're going to type in here, and we're going to talk about Bluepoint. And I'm going to talk about a few things about why I don't like Bluepoint. You don't see me talking a lot about Bluepoint. I'm not a big fan of Bluepoint, first of all, for this very reason right here. This is an almond product, and it's $27, but they're normally like 10 or 15 bucks. They are USA made, but buying an inspection mirror, there's no warranty on it. In fact, it says lifetime warranty, but it's not against the mirror. My dealer will not warranty mine if it's a broken mirror. If anything else is broken, yeah, but they hardly ever break. So why spend the extra 10, 15 bucks to do that? Once again, using good judgment is what helps you on the tool truck. And I'm not a big fan of anything Bluepoint, but I wanted to also show that Bluepoint isn't all all over the seas made stuff like a lot of people say. When we had a conversation about the 80% of Snap-on tools, there's still Bluepoint tools that are USA made, and they're including that as selling the truck. One other thing I don't like is for $196, there's a lot of good options out there for a plier set like this, and you just can beat this all day long, and they're made in China. So, you know, yes, Bluepoint does have a lot of China-made stuff or over the seas, so it's something to, you know, be mindful of. These are rebranded by Lang, and they are way cheaper, and Lang is USA made. Once again, people that think that all USA made or all Bluepoint stuff is USA made, just not the case. Blowgun, Sweden, 42 bucks. I mean, I literally bought this from JD Tico for 25 with 3 tips. So yeah, why do that? Whoops, let me get back into Bluepoint here. Sorry about the fiddly around, but let's go in here and look at sorry, my bird brain is wandering, trying to find more stuff. There's more telescoping magnets for $34, and once again, you can find them cheaper. There's a couple other items in here I wanted to show you guys that were, you know, not so cool tools. There's a Snap-on does have stuff that is not worth the money in my business. Power bit set, I'm not too big of a fan on this. Once again, China made for 79 bucks. Is it a decent set? Yeah. Is it the best? No. Well, let's get this. Come on, fella. Work with me here. Work with me. There was another thing I want to show you. Adjustable wrenches. Not a crazy bad deal. 26 for a 4-inch, but once again, I just choose not to buy some of the Bluepoint stuff right there. The socket sets, a lot of people like them off the Snap-on truck that are Bluepoint. Nope, that's not the one. Where did I go here? I have mixed feelings about these sets right here. $471 for the set. I think it's a little bit steep, and there's once again, and there's a lot better options. This is made in Taiwan. There's a lot better options out there from a lot better companies, and I don't think that Snap-on technically really prides himself on pushing a lot of Bluepoint. Bluepoint was brought into the market, I think, for mainly just helping people get a better grasp on saving a little bit of money. So, you know, that is the thing. All right, so this is the new product section on their website, and we're going to talk about a few things right here, right now. This is another thing right here that they did come out with different colors of these, but these soldering clamps are $106. They are USA made, and I always promote USA made, but man, I still don't like that. You see how that thing sets? It's not going to set up like they show it in the picture. There's not enough accessories with it. Maybe I'm not really been told how there's something that I'm missing on it, but that's one of those things where I don't think it's worth the money. We have this isn't a new item. This has been out, and I have this. This is definitely worth the money. I don't want to talk about that. Bluepoint cart here. This is a nice cart for bulk storage and whatnot, but once again, for a cart that says Bluepoint on it, I think spending $1,200 and it's made in China is a little bit excessive. And I don't advocate Bluepoint that much. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is punches. These soft grip punches right here. These things are stupid expensive, and they're made in Spain, and they're really super soft. I've never liked them. I bought a set of those. Actually, I got a set on repo, and they are just absolutely, yeah, ESP. Is that Espanol? I don't know. Spain should be Spain, but I know it says Spain on them, so I don't know what the ESP means. But they are $297, and I would definitely stay away from them. Not a big fan of them. They look nice, and I get it. They're nice, help you keep from getting your hands smashed up. But one thing that that's one thing that I don't like about, or what I don't like on the Snap-on truck. Of course, we've already covered the Bluepoint pliers. Once again, I don't like any of these. Not even sure. These are like some quick adjust ones. Kind of, I think Knipex has a set like that, but not a fan of them. Don't like any of these extra long reaches. Once again, made in China for $87. I just don't find any of these to be something that I would. And these sets right here, I've had these sets in the past. They're junk. First of all, those little springs in the middle get offset and they break. But once again, like I said, cool, not so cool tools is the name of this video. And I'm showing you things that I would avoid off the Snap-on truck. I know there might be some Snap-on dealers or Snap-on that's not going to like this. And there's going to be a few companies that aren't going to like what I have to say. But the fact of the matter is I'm all about being honest and helping people out. And this is kind of things I just want to advocate for people to avoid when they are looking to buy tools off the tool truck, or if you're thinking about getting on the tool truck. And if you don't want to get on the tool truck, that's fine too. Nobody's saying you have to get on the tool truck, but for professionals, this is definitely a guide for helping you do that. I don't think any of the wrenches are terrible, but obviously you want to stay away from the older Bach these wrenches, because they've kind of slipped in the past. I have my mixed feelings about Snap-on wrenches. Are they terrible? No. Are they great? Yes. But is it necessary? No. These T-handles, one thing too. These are great T-handles, and they are made in Spain, and they're fantastic. I showed these on the Harbor Freight website. They're not the same as Harbor Freight's, and the quality is a lot better. They're not a terrible price. We're talking $130. They're not something I would say is the end of the world to buy these, but these, I don't know that these are really necessary in applications today. Maybe if you're a motorcycle mechanic, but not something I really say you have to get. I mean, you can certainly get a lot of good bits that you can deal with that. So, anyways, guys, I think that's going to cover most everything that I really want to say as far as stuff that I really see that's pretty, common to stay away from. Obviously tool storage and stuff like that is going to be subjective. And you're going to see a lot of people that talk about the carts and whatnot. I mean, I'm guilty of buying this service tray which has now went up to $645, and I paid $500 for it. But I love this, and I think it was worth the money. I paid like $500 for it. It's just that's subjective. Once again, that's the people spend their money. But roll cards and the Bluepoints, and you talk about what's out there. Competitive market, yes, you're going to see a big difference instead of spending $850 on something. And this is a little bit different card, and it's got some different depth on it. And not only that, you're making payments on the truck, and technically that's kind of a different story, and that's financially, that's somebody's reasoning. But some of these cards are, they offer great value and they have great things. But for $1,200, is that if you can afford to spend the $300-400 on another cart, will that get you by? Yes. Nobody ever says it wouldn't, and I don't think a Snap-on guy will disagree, or anybody, when they're selling you something. But people get all up in arms about that stuff. So anyways, guys, I don't want to drag this on too long, but stuff to look out for when you're looking to buy some tools on the Snap-on. We're going to go through different companies, and we're going to talk about the things that I don't like with a lot of these companies. So I appreciate you guys watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.